Butler with another steal. And Butler with another dunk. We talk about his offense and his aggressiveness. He is a great defensive player. And overall at 28%. They've scored 4 points here in this period. Nice pass. Hero to Adebayo, who's checked back in, is up to 9. A 17-point turnaround here in the first half. Butler with his 4th steal. Butler to Highsmith, gets inside, lays it up and in. And booze raining down here in the first half from the frustrated Sixer fans.
Peace, y'all. What's good? What they do? Welcome to the Heat Hour. I'm Ajani, the Exposer, coming live and direct, straight out of the GOAT James Kingdom channel on YouTube. You guys know what we do here. We talk basketball and the greatest players to play the game of basketball. Thanks for joining me as I will be able to break down what happened to the Miami Heat last night. It was so sad. It was so depressing. I was so hurt watching that game last night, and then to find out that our boy Jimmy Butler, again, yes, Jimmy Butler will not be playing for some time as he has a sprained MCL. Shout out to everybody who's joining me tonight. Again, this is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm Ajani, the Exposer. We are going live off the GOAT James Kingdom platform to talk about the Heat. It is the Heat Hour. I know we always talk about the GOAT conversation, but I am going out and talking about my Heat because it's playoff time, and we had a chance last night to book our 7th seed against the Knicks, and we didn't do it, and it's hurtful, it's painful. It's all right, though. We have another shot. We will be playing tomorrow night against the Chicago Bulls, and we'll be able to have a chance to really make our playoff spot, have the 8th seed to face Boston. So tomorrow's our chance. We'll do it without Jimmy, though, and we can do it without Jimmy. But y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That's the best way to get in touch with the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Shout out to everybody out here. We need some supporters of the Heat to come on and show what's going on. Yeah, it's hurting. Peace out to you, King John. What's good, brother? Shout out to you, brother. Man, it was a good game, though. It was really a good game last night. Man, listen, without Butler, you're right. Without Butler, there's not much to say. That's what everybody says. They keep counting us out. That's what people do about the Miami Heat. They keep counting us out, but we're not over. We're not through. We're not done. So tonight, we're definitely gonna have a great discussion because tomorrow night we're gonna have a game tomorrow night. So if you're going to actually watch tomorrow's night, Friday Night Exposure, I'm actually going to bump it to 10 p.m. Eastern time so that I can actually watch my Heat play tomorrow. So tomorrow night, though, the Heat are playing at home against the Chicago Bulls. But let's get to actual meat of today's show, which is basically grading the Miami Heat for what they did in last night's performance. So you guys know I'm a big-time Heat fan. I'm a big-time basketball fan. And I wanted to show y'all how I felt about last night's game. And I thought last night's game was a really good game on our behalf. Like I told y'all, we had a chance to beat Philadelphia. We came out and did exactly what I thought we would do, and we played very well in the first half. And then the second half, things kind of crumbled for us. A lot of things changed. And then in the fourth quarter, Philadelphia went on a serious run, and they were able to actually take the lead and actually win the game last night. But overall, we're going to talk about all the players and everything. We're going to grade the players. So I see it. Defensively, it was an A. Yes, defensively last night, Miami was on point throughout the whole game. We played great defense throughout the whole game. We had Embiid in fits. We had Maxey in fits. We played a great defensive scheme. Things were working out. They made great adjustments, though. They made great adjustments to help them win the game because we were up 17 and they were able to come back. Now, that was early in the game in the first half, but we were still able to come back. And, like I said, to be honest with you, we're going to start off with Spo. Let's start off with Spoelstra. That's always my key with the Heat. I'm always talking about what Spoelstra has to do, what Spoelstra needs to do. He actually coached a very good game yesterday. I do have some intrepidations and some things that he did in the fourth quarter after they were able to make that run and make those adjustments. And I didn't think he used the personnel well. I was wondering why Caleb Martin didn't get minutes in the fourth quarter like that. He had the guy DeLon Wright on the floor a lot more. But overall, the game plan, what he brought to the game, and with the strategy that the Heat had and the way we executed it, it was actually good. I told y'all our problems is offense. We've always had a problem on offense. And in the first half, our defense was so good that it actually subsided what we were doing on offense, because we weren't playing great offensively the whole game, even in the first half. We got a lot of easy baskets off of great defense in the first half, which helped us get a good lead. So in general, the whole game plan he had, the whole way he stifled everything that Philadelphia does, like I told you we would do, was perfect. So I give him a B+. But if we would have won that game, it would have been an A, I guess, for him. But it would have been better because I believe he should have played Caleb Martin. I don't know what happened with Caleb Martin in the fourth quarter. He didn't play Jovic the way I thought he would play Jovic. He played Highsmith and DeLon Wright a lot more than I thought that he would. And I kind of got the idea why he was playing Highsmith, because you had a hobbling Jimmy Butler in the second half. But that was another thing that I also thought he should have actually limited Jimmy Butler's minutes when he noticed Jimmy Butler just didn't have it. So that way you could have gave Caleb Martin some more minutes. Now, I don't know if those 2 missed free throws is why Caleb Martin did not get back on the basketball court. I don't remember if he did get back on the court after he missed those 2 free throws. But that's the only beef I have with Spo. But other than that, he coached a real good game. You got to give Philadelphia the nod. They adjusted and they executed. And who the hell thought Nick Batum was going to just be raining threes and firing and just hitting all kinds of shots? Nick Batum, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that was so hurtful, bro. That was so hurtful. But I give my boy a B+. All right, I give him a B+ because he did his job. We did very well. Now let's move on to the players. Like I told y'all last week, our key players is Jimmy, it's Bam, it's Tyler Hero. So last night we know we lost Jimmy. All right, that's it. Now we don't have Jimmy for the rest of the playoffs. Well, at least for the first round, for a fact. He's going to be gone for a couple of weeks. He sprained his MCL. Hopefully he can come back, but even with that he had a decent game. He didn't shoot too well from the field, but it was obvious he didn't have his legs. He couldn't do too much. But he did enough. You know what I'm saying? He showed his heart. The coach talked about it. He had a lot of heart. He had a lot of heart in this game. He competed. He was on one leg, y'all. He was on one leg. So shout out to him, and we appreciate you, Jimmy. But him being on the sideline is going to be a good thing for us, because he's going to still be that veteran presence. And we're gonna need him on that sideline, motivating the guys, giving them inspiration, speaking to them, and letting them know what the game plan is. Because we still got a deadly team. But I give Jimmy a B. And the only reason I give him a B was because of the hard effort that he did after being hurt. Because that was a serious injury. We all saw when he was on the ground, he was in serious pain. And, again, y'all, I'm getting older. My knees be hurting. And I can only imagine how it feels to sprain your knee. It's painful. So he's probably in some serious pain today. He's gonna go through his rehab. He's gonna do what he has to do. Hopefully we're gonna do what we have to do, which is beat the Bulls tomorrow night, and then we can worry about Boston. But I give my boy Jimmy Butler a B for his performance, because he did play well last night. He was the catalyst to the whole run. He had those early steals in the first half. I believe he had 4 steals in the first half. Again, we were playing phenomenal in the first half. We did a good job. So what up, Travis? Shout out to you, man. I know you only bullshitting me, Travis. I know y'all don't think we're going to beat Chicago, but we're going to beat Chicago. I know I told y'all we was going to beat Philadelphia, but y'all didn't think we was going to play Philadelphia as well as we did. And we did our thing against Philadelphia. We really, really did. Shout out to Dawn Marie. Peace to you. I say, obviously, under these circumstances and from what I saw, it might be just Highsmith. They might just put Highsmith in his position. So it might be Hero, Martin, Highsmith, Jovic, and Bam starting for the Heat tomorrow night. If it's not him, maybe Jaquez Jr.? Maybe. I don't know. We got to find out. But again, he's not going to play, and so is Terry. Terry's not playing. Also, another guy that's on the injury report is the Chicago Bulls, Alex Caruso, which is very important for them. Alex Caruso, we all know, is a defensive stud, and if he's not playing tomorrow night, that would be very beneficial towards the Miami Heat, because he is a beast, and he can get on top of people. So that's the pause. He can definitely play some defense. But again, Jimmy Butler gets the B for his performance. But let's go to why the Heat was actually playing well yesterday. And that was obviously because we had Bam. Bam played a great game yesterday. He gets a B+. Because his defense was the reason why we were even in the whole game. The whole thing that we did was predicated off of what Bam does, man. Bam is so unique as a defender. He's if he's not the best defender in the league, I don't know what to tell y'all. He is definitely a beast. Terry. Terry Rozier has a neck issue. I don't know when he's coming back. He's day to day. That's what they're saying. He's day to day. He's day to day. Here comes the haters. Here comes the haters. Sending their shots, all upset for no reason at all because they themselves do not have a basketball team that they root for. They root for a player that played in the 1900s, and we're not in the 1900s. But my Heat, again, we got Bam still. And this is what's going to happen because this is why we're going to beat Chicago because now Bam is going to get to play his game. We saw some things last night from Bam in the fourth quarter that showed why he is what he is and why people say what he is offensively as a basketball player. He's very underrated. And now there's nothing else to do but give him the ball. He only took 9 shots against Philadelphia last night. He got in foul trouble early, right? But once he was in the game, it was all Miami. It got so bad for them that they had to figure out a way to stop us. Again, I told y'all what Philadelphia was going to do. Embiid was not going to come bang with Bam. So he was what? He was out on the perimeter, and we were shutting them down in the perimeter. But what they ended up doing was they adjusted. They started attacking the basket. They started driving the ball to the hole. And they started collapsing the Heat defense because that's what Bam does. And they started hitting threes. That's how you got Joel Embiid walking up and hitting threes on Miami yesterday. And that's how you had Nick Batum open yesterday. But again, that's why I said that Spoelstra could have put in Caleb Martin because we had a hobbling Jimmy who couldn't make his rotations. And then on top of that, you wasn't bringing in Caleb Martin, who was actually playing great yesterday defensively in the zone when we were doing the zone in the first half. And reading those, and to get those steals and those tap balls and doing all those things that we were doing. Like we were playing so great defensively in the first half, and it was because we had Jovic and we had Caleb Martin on the floor. So to take them out in the crucial moments of the fourth quarter, I didn't understand it. I really didn't. So, it's definitely... Peace, Samson. What's good, man? I'm going to put up the link, man, so we can have a discussion in a second here. I'm giving him a grade. So as you can see, Bam gets a B+. He didn't score that much, but everything that we did yesterday was predicated on our defense, and he is the anchor to the defense. So he gets a B+ for his performance. But now we're going to get to the guy that most people do not like because they think he's overrated. But he's not overrated. I like Tyler Hero, baby. Tyler Hero. This is my guy. It's his turn now. Now, he got a C- because obviously you can see he shot 33% from the field yesterday. He was bad from the perimeter. He didn't make too many of his shots yesterday. To take 27 shots to score 25 points is very inefficient. He was able to get us into some offenses. As you can see, he had 9 assists, but he also had 5 turnovers, which was another thing that I brought up, the Heat Hour on Monday, which we'll be doing another Heat Hour this Monday, especially once we beat Chicago tomorrow night, and we get that game 1 Sunday. I'll definitely be able to have a show for y'all Monday night. But like I said, we have these moments where we miss these open shots because we had a lot of good shots last night. They just didn't fall, right? And then we get in these moments where we just have these turnovers where because we're moving the ball too much, And I think with Tyler Hero, there's moments that he fell off on that he could have got to guys and could have got them more open instead of him forcing a couple of shots he kind of forced. But again, we need Tyler Hero to be that guy as well. He needs to be the shot taker. So that's why he gets a C- because he did what he was supposed to do, but he still didn't do it efficiently enough for us to actually win. If he was more efficient, obviously you can tell we can win the ball game. And he was definitely doing his thing. Tyler Hero is going to be a very important thing. Him and Bam's offense are going to be important from here on out. We have to know that those are the two guys. Everything is going to work around them. You see what I'm saying? So there's going to be some things we're going to make some adjustments. That's why I'm fine with what Spo did. I'm good with everything that happened with Spo, and I think against Chicago it's going to be a little bit easier. They don't have the type of lineup, which we're going to get a chance to discuss. So I give my boy Tyler Hero a C-. All right, he gets a C- because, again, he just got to be a little bit more efficient. You know what I'm saying? What up, Keep It 100? Shout out to you, yeah, man. Peace, man. Yo, the man said it, man. Hit that like button. hit that subscribe button. Check out the membership to becoming a member of the channel, especially if you're a Heat fan, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of Heat content for our members. So shout out to you if you are a Heat fan. Come check me out, man. Listen, I'm going to be doing this every Monday night. I'm going to be doing this show. We're going to be having a great time. All right, it's the Heat Hour right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform. So subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Don't be afraid to be a member of the channel. We're also on Facebook, TikTok, Discord, Instagram, Twitter. We actually just reached 90,000 members on our Facebook group. So shout out to us. All right. So tomorrow night though, y'all. So it's about the Heat though. It is about the Heat. We talk a lot about the GOAT conversation here, but this is about the Heat. I'm one half of GOAT James Kingdom. I'm Ajani the Exposer. I represent the Miami Heat here. So we're gonna continue on, and I'm gonna put the link up so y'all can join me as well, because I appreciate you guys taking your time to come out on a Thursday night. There's no games on tonight. We're all waiting for tomorrow's games, so it's gonna be actually it's actually gonna be great, man. We're gonna have some fun, man. These playoffs are gonna be great. I don't know if y'all got the Pelicans or if y'all got the Kings tomorrow night, but man, this is going to actually be a fun playoffs. So let me go on ahead though and put the link up for y'all so that y'all can join the program. Again, thank you for joining me. It's going to be a great time for us, man. I can't wait for these playoffs. We about to make that push. Indeed, we about to make that push. Yep, that's that. Nas, man, one of the greatest rap albums of all time, man. One of the greatest rap albums of all time. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Again, the link is up. If you guys want to join me, we can have a conversation. The Kings by 30. Woo, that's crazy. No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna. Nobody's gonna get blown out like this. At least I don't think so. But now let's move on to the Miami Heat and what I gave us as a grade as an overall team. All right, now as an overall team, I give us a B minus, man. We lost a very tight game yesterday versus a very good team. So there's no reason why a B minus is not a grade. We were a A plus in the first half, and then we went to about a C minus, maybe a D plus in the second half, the way we played. But we were bad offensively the whole game. We wasn't that great offensively. It was our offense was being moved by our defense, and then when our defense kind of caved away, we wasn't able to do some things. So, but I still give us a B minus, because if we go down here, we have Jovic. I give Jovic a C. Jovic only played like 15 minutes, but he played well enough. He didn't take too many shots. He wasn't aggressive, but he was well on the defensive side. Caleb Martin, I give a B. Caleb Martin did his thing. Besides missing those 2 free throws, Caleb Martin did his thing. I give Kevin Love an A, because when Kevin Love came to spell, bam, he did a great job against Embiid. And he didn't play that much in the second half, but he did his thing. He hit a three, I think, or he hit a couple of threes. He did his thing. He played his game. He did a great job spacing the floor, helping us out. He did a great job. Highsmith also played well, although I didn't agree with him being in the game late. Highsmith actually did play a very good game last night. He missed his open three-pointers, which is fine, but he was still aggressive in taking them, which is very important, because it's better to take it in rhythm and miss them than to not take them in rhythm and hesitate. So I like the fact that he took the shots because they were there, and he took them. He didn't take no crazy shots. So he actually played well, and he was good on the defensive side. Everybody played great defensively. Jaquez Jr. gets a C+, because he looked a little rattled early in the game. And when I say by rattled, he looked like, okay, like a rookie. He can tell this is a big moment. You're in Philadelphia. It's a very raucous crowd. You see what I'm saying? They were very hyped at the beginning of the game, and you can tell the atmosphere was very thick in that arena. Even the commentators talked about how you can touch the atmosphere in the arena. It was really a you know what I'm saying? It was really playoff intensity in the arena. Let me see what you got to hear say. Ain't no teeth. The Sixers fan. I'm a Sixers fan and played great. Spo zone defense was effective in the first half, but Nurse exactly did his thing in the second half. Exactly, Nurse adjusted, so we can't be mad. And then DeLon Wright is the one. But I'm gonna bring up a Heat fan that's gonna help me understand this a little bit better, because I know Samson. What up, Samson?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? So you
Hey,
see what I'm? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
yeah, no, I think Highsmith, the thing with Highsmith is like what he's doing on the defensive side, he needed to be about, and I know people out there like, oh, he's not the best shooter. It's what he's doing on the floor. Like at any moment, he's always constantly in the lanes. He's always constantly like the one thing I like about Highsmith and DeLon is I swear, if from one side of their wingspan to the other, they could take 3 feet and they could go from one side of the court to the other. They cover so much space. He doesn't have to be that close on the defender because with one step, because his arms are so long, he could be right there. But my only concern in the game was I felt Tyler should have been at 20. I felt that Bam should have had 3 more shot attempts. I felt uh Vasquez, even though he had some rookie mistakes, he was also doing a lot of good things, attacking the basket, making tough shots, just doing things that I felt with this next game. I want to see Tyler, Triple J, and Bam. I want to see them all 18 attempts because this is a time for them to step up and prove like what we got. You know?
Yeah, no, listen, I agree. I think Bam definitely needs to be more aggressive offensively from here on out, right? And
Yep.
obviously, we don't have to worry about Hero. We already know that's Hero. We already know what Hero gonna do.
Yeah.
Hero gonna play Hero basketball. That's what he do best.
Yep.
So I have no problems with what Hero's gonna do. I think Jaquez is gonna be fine. I think again we did play well yesterday. I just think that again we've always been a problem offensively all year. We've been struggling offensively all year. It's not like it's nothing new, right? So again, we have to cut down the silly turnovers, and we have to hit our open jumpers. Now, I don't know why
Yes.
Duncan Robinson didn't get into the game yesterday. He ran a 9-man lineup. Maybe Duncan Robinson gets more minutes and gets some minutes in. I see he likes DeLon Wright. Okay, DeLon
Hmm.
Wright seems to be new. Maybe you know a little bit more about him. He right. He does look like the type of player, like you said, he can cover the space defensively. He looks like the type of guy that Spo likes, the Chalmers type of a player,
Hmm.
the Josh Richardson, the Gabe Vincent type of player. But I don't know about his offensive playmaking ability, which is very important because that's what we lack. We lack a
Yeah.
playmaker, and that was what we had Kyle Lowry for. That's what we had Gabe Vincent for. That's what we brought Terry for. But we don't have Terry, and we don't have none of these other guys. So
Is
it's
he
it's
a game
basically
time decision for Friday?
I think from what I got, he's out. He's out. I don't
He's
think he's
out.
playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing at all. So we're not gonna have Terry. So our two main playmakers, as far as guard wise, is going to be Hero and Wright. Because I guess he doesn't trust Patty Mills, which I thought Patty Mills would probably get more experience for the playoffs because obviously he has playoff experience, and I know Spo would love that. But
Yeah, but he has no defense.
yeah, exactly. But he likes DeLon Wright for
Even with
some reason.
Highsmith out there, there's not even Highsmith or Bam can cover up how bad that guy is on defense. It is ferocious.
He's
It
bad.
is.
He's
Yeah.
bad. He's bad. He's bad. So what? So what? So you saw the grades that I got. Let me
Yep.
let me go. Let me go back and let's just go from the top. Let's just go. I gave Spo a B plus. What would you give Spo
I
for his game last night?
A
Mm-hmm.
because I felt even with Jimmy hurt, he still like Jimmy wasn't the same after the injury, but I felt even with the hurt Jimmy on the floor, like
Mm-hmm.
we kept the game close. Even when we had the lead, we it was a close game. I felt that Jimmy getting hurt kind of screwed it up, and the simple fact that to me it looks like, man, I just don't think Tyler fits this team. That's
Who,
the
who,
problem.
Tyler Hero?
Yeah, he don't fit us.
Oh, Samson, why are you starting beef with me right now? Why are you
No,
sending
no, it's
shots
not
my
that. Listen,
way?
listen. Before this year, I
Uh
gave
huh.
this man. I like what he does. We need a player like that.
Uh huh.
What I said in that game, he should have had 14 assists. I felt there was times he was chalk shucking, and there was other guys I felt were doing things on the court to attack the rim. Like he missed Triple J several times cutting down. He missed Caleb Martin. He missed Bam. He missed Highsmith. Even Jimmy when he was not even that good. I felt there was a couple times he had 9 assists, but
He did.
I just feel Tyler Hero, like you want to be the hero. We don't need that. We just need you to play smart damn basketball. And it seems
Yeah.
like that's not his game, and that's okay. That's his game. But I've seen it for 6 years. Up to this year, I was a big Tyler Hero guy. Last year, I thought if we had Tyler Hero in the finals, we beat Denver in 6 or 7. And people thought I was joking, but I was like, those games were close. We just needed
Yeah.
another person out there that was a 18 to 20 point score.
Yeah. No, but the thing is that when Hero gets hot.
Yeah,
And the fact that he could shoot off the dribble, that's what people don't understand. He's not just your average shooter, like people like to like how they like to dump Duncan Robinson as. He can put the ball on the floor. He can cross you over. He can dribble. He can create. He can get to the rim. He's good. His problem is defense, which is with Miami. That's why we play a zone, because a lot of those guys are just not able to cover space, enough space. And
Yeah.
the guys we have to cover space don't are not great offensively, which is why I felt like last night he needed to bring in Caleb Martin, because for one, Caleb Martin has the
Oh,
better IQ. But I don't know
yeah.
why he didn't bring in Caleb Martin. All right, so you gave Spoelstra an A. All right, so what
Yeah.
about Jimmy? I gave Jimmy a B. What do you give Jimmy?
And NA because of the injury. Before the injury,
Uh huh.
I thought he was doing what he was gonna do. Like I felt
Oh,
he could have probably.
he was on fire.
Yeah,
He was all over the place. He
yeah,
was
and then
all over
after
the
that
place.
he got hurt. So NA, not rated.
Okay, not applicable. Okay, I did.
Yeah.
I gave Bam a B plus.
B for me, I felt I could see the B plus because he was 5 and 9, and I just felt like they weren't giving him the ball when I was like, dude's actually kind of out there was hitting some shots. He was actually getting to his spot and
Mm-hmm.
doing things he wanted to do. I just felt Tyler wasn't getting him the ball.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying something about DeLon Wright. That's why I thought it was very important that if you were going to use DeLon Wright, that he understood what his role was as far as getting players the ball, so that we can get into the right sets. And again, he didn't play bad.
No.
I just didn't like what he did for the role that he's supposed to play. That's the thing
Yeah.
I had a problem with. So all right, so let's go to the next guy, Tyler Hero. I gave him a C minus. You said what would you give him? I guess a D, a F,
D plus.
a D plus.
Yeah,
All
because the
right.
9 assists, 25 points, but where I want to put him at an F is because of the 27 shot attempts. I get no one else was shooting, but dog, you were hogging all the shots. Like when important times during the game, you just that's another thing about DeLon. Once you get there, I'll explain with DeLon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Terry and Tyler that are our point guards, and Bam. That's it. Maybe
Yeah, yeah,
Nikola.
yeah.
Nikola's showing signs he can, but
Uh,
he's not the same type of
maybe
playmaker that
we use
Tyler is.
Caleb, but we used Caleb a little bit
Oh
last
yeah,
year to help us out as well. But again, it really depends. But I don't know. That's why I thought they brought Patty Mills for. But like you said, I guess he just doesn't trust Patty Mills. We got an infiltrator here. Look at this. We got an infiltrator here. We got a Knickerbocker. Y'all lucky.
yeah.
Y'all lucky. Y'all ain't seen us. Just
Hey, I
get
found
past
out on TikTok
Philadelphia.
I can't say that word because it doesn't like
Yeah, you get in trouble. You get in
yeah
trouble. Yeah, it sounds too close to the other word, but that's fine.
yeah
But these Knicks fans are feeling good. Jalen Brunson's balling this year. We got y'all. Get past Philly, and we'll see y'all. Cause we gonna get past Boston. So don't
yeah.
worry,
You're
we'll
gonna get
see.
past Milwaukee because Milwaukee is ducking. Hey, by the way, I wanna call out Milwaukee. Y'all really ducked that smoke. Y'all
Ah,
ducked that smoke.
they they
Because
they.
if
they
Orlando win, no, look, that
uh-huh.
last day, if Orlando won, we were the
hmm
8th seed. Them winning put us guaranteed at the 8th seed. Milwaukee went out and lost. They don't want to play Miami.
Yeah, but they're gonna have trouble against Indiana as well. So good
Oh
luck
hell
to
yeah, I
them.
already know that.
So, but we listen. We got our own things to deal with. We got to deal with
Hell
Chicago
yeah,
tomorrow. So all right. So I gave the whole entire team a B minus, and I went down the line. If you can see it, go ahead and go down the line and tell me the grades for each player, and then your total
Delon,
grade for the team.
um, Jovic. See, yeah, Martin. I thought he was a B minus only
Mm-hmm.
because like when Jimmy was hurt in that second and third, and they had Highsmith, Delon, Nicola or Love, and Bam, or Nicola and Love. I felt Caleb would have been better in those spots. And the way it just, man, sometimes Spo just be taking the guys out at the wrong time. Just let them run, man. Those second quarters when we start heating up, we have Highsmith, we have DeLon, and I've seen it with Caleb, I've seen it with Jovic, and I've seen it with Bam, and like we just got to play our
Yeah.
defense leads like our way of a game. And in the second half, I just felt like Jimmy was getting in the way. Like that injury, it was noticeable, bro. He was not the same player.
Exactly, and it looked like he was filling out players. So he was filling out Jimmy, seeing how much of a competitive nature Jimmy had, which you don't have to do. You already know how much how much competition is
Yeah,
in his blood. But he was also filling out Jaquez. I think he felt some way about Jovic. I don't know why he didn't play Jovic more. Jovic is such a dynamic player. We need to use him a lot more. Being that
yeah,
he
but
could. he can be our big man that could really stretch the floor so much, man. He really could be the helpful guy that we can use. But he didn't use him, and like you say, yeah, he takes guys out at the wrong times, and again, but he still did a great job with all of that.
Yeah.
With all that
No, here's
said, he
the
still
thing
did a
with
great job.
Jovic, and I think this is really what it was with Jovic, with knowing Spo for 16 years. And people want to know, I've been following the Heat since 1995. I grew up an hour and 45 minutes from the stadium from West Palm, so I know the Heat. Eric does not trust young guys. He does not trust, like, Dwayne was probably the only young guy really I've ever seen, like, where he would trust. Like, I think it's just he's not there on the defensive side to really play those strong defensive minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks like he's getting better, but he's just not there yet. He's not the player that definitely I'm seeing the signs of it. Okay, in that game at certain points, he was he was actually giving Embiid problems. Like, yeah, he had that one foul. I don't was it the second or third quarter where he wrapped Embiid up where it was technically obvious, like, okay, Joker, come on. You wrapped him up. But I think it's just he's young. That's all.
Yeah, he's young. He's young. He's young. And yeah, but he's coming along well.
Yep.
He's definitely going well. So all right. So what is the overall grade you gave us for last night's game?
B. Losing the game by 1 point in another team's house that literally one or two shots go our way and we hit them. We're
Yeah.
walking out with a 2 point victory, even with
Yeah.
what the injuries we got.
Yeah.
Hey, but also I looked this up. If you
Uh-huh.
take Jimmy, Kyle, not Kyle, Kevin, and Patty Mills off the team, we're like 25, 26 years old. We're still pretty fucking young. I didn't even realize that. Sorry for the cussing.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Don't worry. This is YouTube. This is not TikTok. Again, this is Samson Heat coach. You could probably know him off of TikTok. You're under Highsmith, right? Hayward Highsmith. That's your name on
Yep.
TikTok.
No,
Highsmith
just Heat culture. Heat culture, bitches.
He
That's
coaches.
what
So
it is.
TikTok is very, very stringent when it comes to very restrictive and very strict when it comes to.
Yeah.
But this is YouTube. This is open channel. This is the Goat James Kingdom channel. This, as you can see, we get to talk basketball, and best for you and I, we get to talk the Heat. We get to talk about the Miami Heat. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, but I got a gut check for all the Heat fans out there. Why in the living hell are you guys worried? What? You haven't seen us going to big games, down people, down players, down this? Come on, dog. We
You're
don't
good.
do easy. This is hard road. This is real life. Like, I don't get with Heat fans. That's why I believe there's not true Heat fans. The true Heat fans, you live the life that this franchise is. Everything this
culture.
franchise
It's the
stands
culture.
for, the culture. This is a real life thing. Yes,
No, you know
there's a
what?
chance we could lose tomorrow, but guess what? The next day I wake up, I'm going to be looking to the future. I'm going to be looking at what we have because I'm not a player fan. I'm a culture fan. I'm a fan of the team. Damn, y'all.
That's how it's supposed to be. This is what the Heat
Yo,
hour is
you
for.
hey, listen, I'm gonna explain to
This
you
is
right
the
now.
Heat
I
hour.
guarantee tomorrow night we go out there and score 105. Then what the hell y'all gonna say? We're gonna score 105, they'll probably score 102. What are y'all gonna say then? What? We're not good offensively,
No,
guys.
you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do us exactly how they're gonna do the Lakers. They're gonna basically say we are facing Boston. That we have no shot against Boston, especially without Jimmy, right? Which is fine. But we're gonna have a show about that as well.
0.0000001% chance to beat Boston. To even
it's
get into
fine.
5 games.
That's
Yeah, okay.
fine. That's fine. You know we hate Boston. So, but let's first deal with tomorrow night. So, as you know, we haven't faced Chicago since last year, basically since 2023.
Yeah.
We had two back-to-back sessions against them. We split the season the season series at 2 apiece. But we are playing tomorrow night. It's a different roster than what they've had and what we have. But again, what is your take? You said Miami's up 105, 102. That's your take. That's the game. Miami 105, 102.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, man, we gotta do this.
Bro, I'm sorry,
What
but
up,
I've
Ruben?
seen
Shout
this
out.
team
Shout out
this
to you,
year.
Ruben. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I said I've seen this tier going to Milwaukee this year. No Jimmy, no Tyler, no Kyle, no Duncan, and mollywop their ass by 27 with their full healthy squad on the floor. I'm sorry. This is the Heat, bro. When the hell have we ever done this shit easy? It's never easy here.
Never.
It's hard
never.
work country. You're gonna
Hard
work and you're gonna
work.
earn this shit.
Yeah, that's right. That's what we do best. This is why we're the Heat, baby. See what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing big things tomorrow night. So I got us winning tomorrow as well. I think it's gonna be actually be a higher scoring game because I just think both offenses are just gonna go. I think both teams are just gonna play well. The atmosphere is gonna be great. It's gonna be a Friday night in Miami. So y'all make sure y'all get to the game early because that's another thing about Miami
And
fans.
white hot.
Yeah, and white hot, yes, white hot. Y'all can see that. So again, I got my boys winning tomorrow night. I don't,
Yep.
I don't see us losing tomorrow as well. I see Bam having a great game. I see again at home in these type of games, the road players usually play well. But again, I see us doing the same thing. Now the difference between what Chicago does and obviously what Philadelphia does is that Chicago has those perimeter guys with DeRozan, who's great with pulling up and his getting to the rim and actually pulling up for mid range. His mid range is
Yeah.
deadly. But they don't have that much great shooters. But they do have some hustlers. They got like I said, they got
Yeah.
Kobe
Hey,
White.
but I gotta
They
say
got,
right now.
but
Ooh.
that's what's gonna fall right into our hands because they're gonna try to
Yeah.
attack. They're gonna try to attack Bam, and we're gonna have the right rotations tomorrow again, just like we do every time we play that zone. We've actually thrown some new zones at people. People haven't noticed we've thrown some real intricate zones, and it's really boggling a lot of teams the way we play the zone defense. We play it so well. Yesterday it was so
You
well.
haven't.
So
You don't know
it's
what the
gonna be
name
the
is?
same thing.
You don't know what the
No,
name is?
no, what's the name of it?
Man zone.
Man zone.
They're
Yeah, cause
playing
they
man and zone. No, you don't understand. I legit say this. I want you to all go out there. You could go watch in the Philly game. Go watch when DeLon Wright and Haywood Highsmith and Caleb Martin on the floor and they hold their hands out, bro. Good luck, because they don't need to be. Because their arms they're all have 7 foot wingspans. They don't have to be as close as some other guys do on the court. They could back off a little, bro. It is pretty. Hey, but also, don't be shocked about a Highsmith tomorrow. I think that boy's gonna smack some threes tomorrow night. People been crapping on Highsmith, but guess what, Boston? I still want the one-on-one about Highsmith over JT. Oh, Boston. Oh,
Yeah.
Boston, Boston.
Before we get to Boston,
I
let's
know.
let's count our ducks correctly. Let's deal with Chicago because Chicago is formidable. And that's another thing about today's NBA is how
Yeah, how many stars
how
are across
yeah,
the team?
exactly, right, exactly how many teams are coming across. It's not a shock that Batum did this. Now, mind you, the reason it's a
Nope.
shock is because it's 2024. If this was 2014, we would be like, oh, that's what Nick Batum does. But for him, the fact that he came in and did that shows you again how there's just so many great players, and obviously, again, we tell you how much coaching matters because the
Yeah.
adjustments that Nick Nurse made is great. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
How the game has just changed and how there's just so many good players that teams could do so many different things. Guys like, again, Embiid is incredible, man. Last night he showed again, even he was hobbling. He didn't look very well either. He looked exhausted. He doesn't look like he's in season mode, like end season mode or playoff mode. And he was still able to put up 23 and 15, what it was, something like that. So
Yeah.
that just shows
Very
how,
inefficient on 19 shot attempts, but
yeah,
still.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But against the Heat, Rich is the third best defense in basketball. So again, Bam
Yep.
is one of the best big men defenders, if not the most versatile big men defender in the league. He's more versatile than Anthony Davis. I don't care what nobody tells me. He plays
Oh, yeah.
the interior just as good as Anthony, and he can play the perimeter better than Anthony. So,
Hey, I gotta
um,
say, shout out to Wimby for when you talk about Wimby and they were bringing up the numbers all year. The dudes were all like looking like, oh shit, wait, Bam's right? What? And Wimby is the reason why I think Bam might get a DPOY because before they were really only talking about rebounds and blocks, but when you talk about Wimby, there's no way if you look at the numbers, Bam's right there, if not leading them in those categories.
I
People
was
don't.
thinking that too. I was thinking that because the only guys that you could put in front of Bam are guys who actually do not have the defensive team stats that Bam has. Because obviously
Yeah.
the Heat defense is there, and they're not as winning as much as the Heat. But I can't say that because Anthony Davis also has a good case for Defensive Player of the Year as well. So you're talking about Wemby, Anthony Davis, and you're talking about Bam. Those are I would say the three key players for Defensive Player of the Year. you know, they be sleeping on us, man. They don't like
Yep.
Miami. They don't like the Heat. Like you say, we're just like how the Hurricanes was in the '80s. We nested ourselves in the bottom of the U.S. and we don't care about nobody else. Like you said, from West Palm Beach down, that's all we care about. Anything past West
Yep.
Palm Beach, we don't care. Anything on the other side of Alligator Alley, we don't give a damn about. Well, you
Yep.
come down here and you got the West Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade County, and even Monroe County. Shout out to the people out in Monroe County because you know
Yep.
we got folks out there. At the end of the day, that's Miami. That's what we give a damn about. Nobody understands us. Nobody cares to understand us, and we don't care for y'all to understand us. We
Yeah.
don't care. We really don't. And we are the Heat, man. We are going to do what we do best, and it's going to be bad.
Hey. And I gotta say
We're about to
and this
happen
goes
to
back
y'all.
to the Heat, back to the Heat. When people do come down, because I don't live there anymore, it got too expensive, so I live on the West Coast. But all around, when people hear Heat fans talk about the Heat that live in those counties, it's literally like, wait, you guys really live this way of life? Yeah. This is like, it's not just like the players live it, like the fans really believe, like it's a culture. What do you guys not get? Like, you gotta
You,
go look at the people that have settled in West Palm. They're some of the most hardworking people because they didn't have those chances, and they got a chance in America. But back to the Heat. Hey, don't sleep on us.
Nah, we good. We are good. Listen, the game is tomorrow night, 7 p.m. You have the Miami Heat. We're going to be at home. We're facing Chicago. We're down. We're exactly how we like to be, where people do not believe in us, and everybody's talking about how we're not going to do this and we're not going to do that. So at the end of the day, I believe it's going to be a 50-50 split in the predictions. I think some people think we're still going to win no matter what without Jimmy against Chicago. There's no excuses for either team because they have no Zach LaVine, we have no Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
It is what it is though. But we've played without Jimmy a lot of
Mm-hmm.
games this year. We played over 20 games
Yep.
without Jimmy this year. We've played without Jimmy before, and we play team basketball like I tell you, which is why we
Yep.
always have a chance because we know how to play team basketball better than any team in the NBA. The only team I ever seen play basketball as good as us in today's NBA is Denver. Other than that, nobody plays team basketball better than us. We really play good team ball.
Hey,
So
uh, yeah.
I can't wait for
I
tomorrow's game.
Yeah. I gotta say tomorrow night, Bam. This is your game to prove to the NBA how important you are, bro.
Oh, you
This
got it.
is this is your time, bro.
You got it.
I know what he brings to the team, and people are like, "Bam, I wouldn't trade Bam for this player, that player." Bro, I'm sorry. You don't know team. If you don't know Heat basketball, you don't understand how important Bam is. And tomorrow night, you guys are gonna find out. I'm telling you, the Heat gonna look the same regardless Jimmy's there or not. It's the funniest shit in the world.
Yep, we do. Again, it's hard because a lot of people who watch us really only watch us during the playoffs. So
Yeah.
they know playoff Jimmy. So in their mind, you guys don't have that. So that's really it for y'all. But that's fine. Again, we love the doubting. Like I said, it's us versus the world. It is Heat culture. And like I always told y'all, man, at the end of the day, it's always Biscayne in June. Because
Yep.
that's when and where we have our parade when we win our NBA championship. So it
Yep.
will be Biscayne in June again because we can still do it because we got the players that can do it. Tyler Hero can step up, Bam can step up, and they're ready. They're ready to make their claims. They're ready to do what they got to do. In fact, let's listen to what they had to say after yesterday's loss against the Philadelphia 76ers.
We will do
I
this the
like-
hard way. That has to be the path, right now. We're going to rest up, treat up, rally around each other, get ready for Friday.
Being in the 7-8 is that you get one more game to fall back on. So, make the most of it and take advantage of this blessing that we got.
And we can compete with anybody, as we've shown in the past, and we will show.
Go Heat! Let's go Heat! The Heat! The Heat! Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I am ready.
Hey,
I is ready, huh? I'm
man,
listening,
this is
Greg.
just it's just hard. I don't get it. Like, what's the doubt about the Heat? What really, if as an NBA fans look out there, look at it, what are they not seeing? Like, I
Nah,
don't get it.
they
Get
again,
it.
it's NBA fans. That's just how NBA fans are. The NBA fans are just natural haters, man. They've been hate. It's something that created. It started in the 1900s. They just like to hate on people for no reason. It's just you know what? You're a Heat fan. Your team's gonna lose because I don't have a team. Because a lot of these guys that watch the game don't have a team themselves. Like you said, they're player fans. They root
Oh,
for
hell
a
yeah.
player. So
Yep.
you know, at the end of the day, and you know, when you talk about a team, they don't understand why you talking about the team like that. But I always tell them I'm talking about my team the way you talk about the player you like so much. You see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
let me see what DJ Killer. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for the comment. I think they like playing Boston.
Hey, yo, I'm dead serious on this. Hey, for Boston fans, no. You guys want to crack your shitty ass jokes on the Heat? Why don't you go check out the career stats of JT, Jalen Brown, and on fucking Hayward Highsmith? Don't give me your dumb shit. Give me a fact. Give me an actual page where it shows that Jalen Brown and JT have done anything on Hayward Highsmith.
No, they're
You
gonna
want to
have
talk the
they're
facts?
gonna
I'll
have
talk them.
troubles. They're gonna have trouble with us. But again, they are a different team. Boston is a very different team.
I don't
This is
care.
no. I know you say you
We
don't
are
care,
going to play.
but we have to
Listen, those
recognize
games.
that. We have to recognize that. We have to
Hey,
recognize
bro,
that.
okay, they're a different team, or so are we. Guess what? It is what it is. We gonna match up with them. No game's gonna be more than 2 points. No game's gonna be more than 100, 210 to 215. That's what every game's gonna be like. It's gonna be low scoring games. We are gonna play our basketball.
No, yeah, I mean that's what make us so great is because we have good defense, which is always going to help us in the playoffs. And again, we're going to be just fine. But before we talk about Boston, because I don't want to jump the gun.
I don't either.
Because
But
people have to understand we still have to beat Chicago and we still have to perform. We have to execute. So I do believe we're gonna do a good job. You just heard what Spo said. I mean what Spo just said. We like it the hard way. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But we are built for this. This is what we do best. We've done it before. We can do it again. There's no intrepidation by the team. The team feels very comfortable with what they want to do, and I think again we can beat them. We haven't seen them in a while, so it's gonna be a great game. They're gonna come with a great strategy. They also have a great coach as well.
who's their
And
coach?
I don't know the coach's name, but I think isn't it Swindler or something like that.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know.
yeah, let me go double check his name. I be messing up people's names all the time. But I haven't watched too many Chicago games this year.
Yeah,
But from the games that I've watched, and obviously I watched a lot of NBA TV. You know that kid Cody White has definitely put a name to himself, and he's a baller. He's been balling all year for them. Um,
yeah,
so
free agent actually. He has a player option for next year. So Miami.
oh okay, my bad. Billy Donovan is the coach? No, Billy Donovan's
Yeah,
still coaching.
yep.
Okay, I must be looking at the what's it called coach, and it must be the
Hey,
Atlanta coach.
I
That
want to
his
give
name
a
is.
little shout out to him,
Uh
and
huh.
it's UD, bro. His player development,
Snyder.
bro. No, like real shit. People want to talk crap on UD. Udonis has him about his player development. Man, okay, UD.
Yeah, Billy
We
Donovan.
see it with
Thanks for that,
Nikola
DJ.
Jovic. That
Mm-hmm.
shit's insane, bro. Like
Jovic.
good. Yeah.
We are good. Listen. We are good, man. We are really, really, really good. So let me let you get your last words in, Samsung, because I'm about to get up out of here. The Heat hour is
Uh,
almost over. Hey, man, listen. You know, any Heat fans, let them know about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be doing this a lot more. Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have a lot of Heat
yep.
content. You know, I'm about to make this happen because it's about time the Heat fan base have their own place to speak, so people can know that we actually exist and there's some real Heat fan bases out here and there's some real fans out here. So thank you for joining me. What's your last word, man? What you got?
Hey, the one thing about the Heat, it's a way of life. You're gonna have times where the chips are gonna be down and everything's gonna be against you. You're gonna be without this. You're gonna be have injuries. You're gonna have this. But the one thing that has taught me about the Heat, and you should learn, is regardless of the situation, man it the hell up and step up. There's no way around it. Life ain't easy. Why should our basketball? Let's go damn Heat and let's go get those bitches from Boston.
That's right. That's right. You heard my man Samson break it down. Thank you, Samson, man. Let's go. You know what? Let's do this again. Let's do.
Hey, over here.
No, not that's the wrong one.
Go Heat. Let's go Heat. The Heat. The Heat.
That's what
Hell
it's
yeah.
about. That's what it's about, man. All right, man. I appreciate you, Samson, man. I catch you on TikTok, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
All right, man. Thanks, bro. That is Samson, the Heat Culture. You can catch him on TikTok as Heat Culture, as he goes live, and all he does is talk to Heat, man. So I thank you for joining me, man. Appreciate you, man. This is what I want, man. I want Heat fans to come on here so we can discuss this, man. This is for Heat fans only. You guys know me as the exposer, exposing people about the GOAT debate and not knowing how to talk basketball. But again, I am a Heat fan. This is what I do. I actually watch basketball only because of the Heat. I don't watch other teams. I only watch the Heat play. And then I watch, obviously, the big games like a real fan. But I'm a Heat fan. That's what I've always been watching my whole life, been rooting for the Heat. And I love it. And I want to give us a place to where we can talk basketball. So GOAT James Kingdom is the place to do that. So again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, check out the membership, because I will be doing content, special content for all the Heat fans. You guys know what we do best. We're also on Facebook. We're also on TikTok, Discord, Instagram, Twitter. You can find us there. This is what we do. This is GOAT James Kingdom, y'all. We have a great platform to talk basketball. We are talking about the Heat tonight. I'm probably going to do a show tomorrow. Not tomorrow, I'm sorry. After Friday's show on Saturday, depending on how the playoffs go. But I'm definitely going to do again. I'm going to try to do this every Monday night. So when we win against Chicago tomorrow, I'll be back Monday night to talk about Sunday's game. Because that means we have game one officially done against Boston. So we can talk on Monday. You can come back for the Heat Hour right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Also, we going live Fridays, every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. But tomorrow, because of the Heat game, I will be coming on at 10 p.m. because the Heat game starts at 7. It won't be done till about 9:30-ish. I won't be able to be on till 10 p.m. because I will be watching my Heat. But after the Heat game is on, I will instantly come on to the platform to have a Friday night exposure where we're going to talk about the NBA growing and how the attendance and streaming services of the NBA's continue to set records and how great the NBA is doing despite all the Zesty Jeffries saying otherwise. But again, we also go live Sunday. This is what we do best here in GOAT James Kingdom. We talk the GOAT conversation and the greatest players to ever play the game. You can catch Brandon and I every Sunday, noon Eastern time, to talk the game of basketball. We're going to definitely be talking about the Lakers this Sunday because they play Saturday against Denver, which is a very big matchup. So make sure you guys catch us there on Sunday. You know where we at, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform, right here, guys. We're nowhere else. You can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the ring notification to let people know about the show. All right, you guys got to be up on it. All right, because this is what we do here. This is what we do best. So y'all know what I do. I got my Heat, and we're gonna definitely show up and do some big things tomorrow night versus the Chicago Bulls. I got my team winning. I say it's gonna be 115-107 Miami Heat, and we have a very good game against Chicago. They show out and they show everybody why they're supposed to be a playoff team as well. But again, it is my Heat. This is the Miami Heat Hour on the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Catch me next time. I'll be here doing our thing. Again, this is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm Ajani the Exposer. You have now been exposed by the Exposer.
Hey, put this one in the books. It's over. It's a wrap. Go Heat. Let's go Heat. The Heat. The Heat.